Hi, Lauren. I am super excited to share with you this first pass floor plan, the sketch that I developed on the beaches of Mexico. I think this hits all the marks for you, and I am super excited to hear your feedback on the overall layout and organization of this home. Per your wish list and per the pie-shaped lot that we have here, most of the decisions I've made here have been all about trying to maximize the open courtyard space and create connections for the most important spaces directly to that courtyard while allowing for really easy indirect connections from all the other ancillary spaces. So the courtyard is what's ruling here. Although what I'm showing right now in the courtyard, it's a little bit placeholder for now. I'd like to know a little bit more about the functions that you'd like to see out here besides dining and sitting, perhaps. And I think that might help flesh out this courtyard a little bit better. But with that caveat stated, let's go ahead and jump into what I've developed now for the main house. So at the front of the property, there's this existing driveway, which I would propose to keep. We'll rebuild a new garage as far forward to the front setback as possible, showing a little bit of wiggle room right here. Again, all of this will get fine-tuned and finessed in AutoCAD in the coming weeks, should you like this layout. Anyways, we've got the garage, the front entry, and the living room area. This will make up the front elevation or the curb appeal for the home. The front entry is recessed, which I think is really nice. It'll draw the eye to the recessed entry. And when you come in through the front door, you're immediately going to be greeted by a set of maybe sliding glass doors or patio doors, swinging patio doors, that open out directly into the courtyard. So immediately you can just usher your guests right into the courtyard without having to walk through the long, light-filled courtyard adjacent hallway, but still just being able to pop out right through here, or seeing the pergola, seeing underneath this pergola all the way through the courtyard to the matching sliding glass doors or patio doors down here at the other end, connecting directly to the dining table. I feel like this is going to be a very powerful front entry view. So I'm very excited about this right off the bat. From the entry, we've got an open area here for a living area with some large windows facing maybe a new tree, a new replacement tree up here. But this could be lined with bookshelves and could become a pseudo reading nook for you as well. From the entry, we also have a little coat closet. That's actually not a little one. It's actually quite sizable. It's a large storage closet for coats or really anything. From there, we also have a door that leads into an ancillary area, which perhaps could be used for your many pet needs, but this also connects directly into the mudroom laundry area. So from the garage too, I've got the garage lined with storage, but we've also got a door into the mudroom laundry that connects to the entry. So I really feel like this is working out quite well. From the mudroom laundry, it also connects directly to your master closet, but we'll come to that later. Let's put a pin in that and go back to the entry. From the entry, we've got the living area. And then as we start our way down the hallway here, we walk past first the guest suite with a closet and its own dedicated bathroom. We continue walking. We'll walk past the gym and we'll walk past a shared bathroom for the gym and the office space. This bathroom here, I think, would also double as your guest bathroom. So any guests that come or any friends that are staying over would probably want to use this bathroom here. I think it's fairly convenient without, of course, just being right in the space. So I think this works out really well. And this is going to be a great convenient bathroom for the gym and the office spaces as well. In the gym, I'm showing a closet, room for a treadmill, a stationary bike, weights, and I think you said you might have some juggling equipment too. Not exactly sure how big all that is, but I'm sure it could fit in this sizable space. Decent sized bathroom here. The office has room for a crafts table, a sitting desk, a treadmill desk, and plenty of storage lining this back wall. I think this is really nice. The office here would have, oh, so I should say also that when we've got this light-filled hallway, I really want to connect into this pergola, but we need to provide this hallway. And so these rooms, the guest room, the gym, and the office, that all have these doors that open onto this light-filled hallway, at the very least, I'd like for these doors to have a pane of frosted glass what we call a full light door that will bring all that borrowed light directly into these spaces. So that we're not just being illuminated on one side, but we're being illuminated by the hallway. So that's one thing I'd like. I'd also like to incorporate, as much as budget would allow, to put some high windows along the ceiling of these spaces, clear story windows, that would also bring in natural light across. So that's something that's going to be pretty important. Um, and I hope you're on board with that, because I think that will make the courtyard and all this extra light just do double duty for these rooms. Okay, so moving on, we come down this hallway, all the while looking out into the open courtyard area, and finally we get to the great room. Now the great room has a not overly large. It's a bit bigger than what you've got in your apartment now, certainly, but it's a really great kitchen. It could be made more compact than this, but I think it's pretty nice now to have the refrigerator, the wall oven, and then lots of counter space in this L-shaped configuration for your cooktop and your sink. Your sink looking out a nice window to some new screening plants, or some near vegetation, something that will detract from any of the unpleasant views in the distance. And then there's a large unencumbered island here where you can sit guests, but then the dining table is also right adjacent to this. So I'm showing an 8 person, though you only wanted a 6 person for now. I think we could certainly tighten up this area a bit, but I like how generous it feels right now, especially with all the light that we're going to be getting from these banks of doors and windows and these doors and windows here. This should be an incredibly light-filled space. Between the dining and the family area, we'll have sort of a partition furniture piece with some posts that go from floor to ceiling, and then some sort of, maybe like a slat wall, or some dividing element that will screen the backside of the TV, but will still allow plenty of open circulation and visual um, connection above this screen element. So this partition element wouldn't necessarily go all the way up to the ceiling in my mind, um, but I think this would be really nice for you. So from the family area, you would sit facing this way towards the TV. This then keeps more wall available for windows and other needs. So perhaps along this back corner here, we'll fill in with some more built-in benches or built-in bookcases for additional book display and comfortable areas to read and play piano. I say maybe we'll keep a bit of solid wall back here, because there's not that great of a view out the side, and some solid wall is going to be nice to have, I think, just to be able to park something up against there. I should mention right now that for the most part, all the windows I'm showing, they're placeholder for now. It's not really meant to be the final configuration, but I do think I've got a pretty good scheme shown here now. So if you want to provide feedback on the amount of glazing we're showing, go ahead. If you want to hold off on that and focus mostly on how things are organized, that'd be okay too. Moving on. So from the family room, we would have this hallway that would connect to the master suite. So the master bedroom here has a very large master suite. Areas for the bed, couch, seating arrangements, and then a large bank of windows that opens directly out onto the courtyard. And so from the master, you can go through these doors here, cut through these doors here, and be in the family room. Of course, there's this connection on the inside as well. From the master, there's a pocket door here that leads directly into the master bath. Per your direction, it's relatively small. It's not an overly large master bathroom, double vanity, double shower with a bench in it. But it does connect directly to a very large walk-in closet. Now, this walk-in closet is huge. Tons of storage potential in here. And I also like that the walk-in closet has a second door that connects directly to the mudroom laundry area. So from the garage, you can come, or from if your morning routine wanted to be get ready in the morning, get dressed, pop out into the garage, and head off somewhere, that I think makes a lot of sense with this arrangement. Working from home, cutting across the courtyard and getting directly into your home office, I think is also a very pleasant morning commute right here. And let's see, so the final elements to discuss. the mudroom laundry area is very large, very ample for storage and function, but there's enough leftover space that I think we can carve out a utility closet to fit things like water heaters, furnaces, and other elements without having those take up space inside the garage area. So I really like that. And then let's talk about the catio. So I'm not quite sure yet how the catio, the cat patio area wants to work. I know that I don't want to just completely cover the courtyard with a mesh or a grill or anything like that. I feel like it's going to be very, very bulky to make that be done properly. But I understand your concern about not wanting animals to get into the courtyard. I still need to give that some more thought, although I still do favor well, spike strips will keep things from getting out, but getting in, hmm. I admit I'm not quite sure how to keep things from getting into the courtyard. But as for your own personal pets, we've got the ability here, I think, to create that enclosed catio area that looks like it's maybe part of the pergola language, but it's just more robust along these lines here. So we would create that caged in element, but trying to pick up the language of the pergola so it didn't quite feel so tacked on and stuck on like some of those inspiration images you sent me. And then in terms of how we access this, perhaps there would be another pair of sliding glass doors right here or swinging doors. And you could swing open a door into the catio, and that door itself might have a little cat flap. So your cats could easily get in and out of the catio at their own, their own free will through a flap either here or perhaps in the mudroom laundry area. But they would be completely enclosed in this outdoor spot. And given the solar orientation, they would just get hit by that southern sun coming in and warming them up. So I think this is really quite nice. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So please do give me a time that works for you to review your feedback, and we can talk about next steps. Thank you so much.